to be honest, bro, listen, man, come to Everton, yeah, that was like a life-changing move for man, and dream come true, because obviously I'm coming out my comfort zone at Crystal Palace. I'm going there and I'm going to prove myself, yeah. And it's almost like everyone's expecting man to be, I don't know, back like I was straight away. No, I'm in the best shape that I was. Every time I've come back to pre-season, man's been dashed in 23s. Every box that man can tick right now, I've ticked off. On the field, off the field, whatever, being professional, I've done it. It's just not happening, unfortunately, but that's football. You come from somewhere where where I went from England, where everything was like normal, professional, you get things done, you get paid on time, you get all of this kind of luck. There, bro. It's like man's chasing man up and that. It's like, yo, man's a big Portuguese club, world renowned around the world and that. And it's one of those ones where sometimes you got to speak out so that man hear your pain and can relate, and then they might come out, because I think that's where football needs to change, and I think they're trying to do something about that,
Welcome back to another episode of the Beautiful Game podcast. Before we kick into things, hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the Beautiful Game podcast YouTube channel. I'm joined with Dej. What are you saying, bro?
I'm blessed up, man. You know how long we've worked to get this particular guest on, man.
It's mad. It's almost been, 12 months, should I say?
Yeah, bro, man. When we had the episode with Ebbs, we were talking about Ballon d'Or for the streets, isn't it? This is a candidate. Ballon d'Or for the ends.
Yeah. So, we've got, Yannick Bolasie. How are you today, bro?
I'm all right, bro, man. I'm all right, man. Just trying to do this thing, innit, really? So, yeah, man, thanks for having me on, guys, man.
No worries. It's a pleasure, Yannick. You're someone we look up to, like the way you just dominated the Prem with your smile, your trickery. So yeah, man, to have you on, it's going to be a pleasure to chop it up with you.
No, respect, man. Respect for that, man. Yeah, it's been a pleasure over the years playing in the Premier League and doing bits and stuff. But to be honest, it's kind of normal from the background and stuff, I would say, But yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just kick things off. Chat to us about the here and now. What's going on with you? How are you feeling during these times? How's the family?
No, the family, obviously the family's all right, but it's been really techie, innit, if I'm honest. It's been a bit mad, like, because obviously the lockdown came and stuff, and I was doing training at home and all of that malarkey to try and I was all trying to get back into the club, innit, but because of like the COVID restrictions and stuff, like there was like 40 players, only sort of 40 members of staff that were allowed in at the training ground. So obviously I came back early from my loan from Sporting, so I was trying to get in to train, like, and stuff like that, but I couldn't get into, like, I don't know, August the 1st, and even with that was like with the under 23s. Then I started back training with the first team on the 15th, and yeah, so it's just been a long drawn out process for me, especially, because obviously the last competitive game that I played would have been the Europa League in Feb, but obviously I played pre-season games, and I managed to get a call up for national team last month in November, which I played as well. So yeah, that done me good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so just leading on to it, what's your current situation at Everton? Because it seems from the outside looking in, like you've been frozen out. Is it footballing reasons? Is it football politics? What's going on? Because when I look at Everton's team, I look at the wide men, Bernard, Iwobi, James, good players. But when you look at the service that DCL thrives on, that's your game to a T. Beat a man, cross it in.
Hey, to be honest, bro, I'm not going to say it's ability. It's never been down to ability, I don't think. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, people try and play off these things and say, yo, yeah, he was injured and this and that. Well, to be honest, bro, listen, man come to Everton, yeah, that was like a life-changing move for man, and you know, dream come true, because obviously I'm coming out my comfort zone at Crystal Palace. I'm going there and I'm going to prove myself, yeah, and I'm going to show that man can do it on the other level, yeah. So for me, started off well, bang, it's going good. 13 games in, boom, knee injury, yeah, knee injury. Okay, comes out from nowhere. I'm thinking, yo, I had a feeling this was going to be like a year or so out. All right, no problem. Take the year out. Man's out for a year. Come back. Yeah, come back and start playing again. And it's almost like everyone's expecting man to be, I don't know, back like I was straight away. The realistic, that's never been realistic. You know what I mean? Obviously, my mindset is different though. You know, where I've come from, the non-league and the street and stuff, I'm thinking, nah, yeah, man can get back to where I was.
Yeah.
But the reality is, yo, that wasn't happening. And it was going to take me time to get back. But I'm not registering that. I'm not letting my brain think that. I'm not letting the mindset think that at all. It's only until you start coming on the pitch and you realize, right, so the first 3, 4 games, 5 games, man comes back from injury from Everton, for Everton, and we're playing against the top 5, top 6 teams. I come back on Boxing Day, you know what I mean? You know, I come back on Boxing Day, we're playing against, I think I played, first game back was against West Brom. The second game might have been, I can't remember. I definitely know it was in top 5, either Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, all in that same run, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and Manchester United as well. So some of these games, I'm come back, I've done my thing, you know? I'm thinking, yeah, actually, man's there. Got to a point, bro, after 5 games, man's hit a brick wall. So, you know, I'm thinking, obviously for me, I don't know what I'm about to go through, you know, because my knee's still swelling up. Man's having to stay at the training ground from coming in at 9, doing training, staying till like 6. We got a game the next day, you know. We got a game the next day on Saturday, 3 p.m. Man's leaving the training ground at 6 p.m. just to make sure like my knee swelling was down. Whoa, going through the madness. So I'm doing that the whole way through that season. Anyways, for me, I'm looking at it as like, I've come back. The injury, you know, I thought I was going to be back to where I was straight away because I put in the work off the field. I've always been that type of character. I do that all the time. And it didn't matter how much work I did. It was always going to take time. So get to the end of the season, and then obviously we go off for the summer, whatever, get given programs, whatever. So I get given a program, but this program is a generic program. It's not helping my leg in any shape, way, form. You know, it's just a program that you would have gave to everyone at the club, whatever. You know, that's how it works. So I'm there, I'm doing the stuff in the summer. Luckily, I bucked up with my physio from Crystal Palace days. He comes and he sees me and he goes, "Jan, your legs, you know?" And I'm saying, "What are you talking about, my legs?" Because the left and right, bro, one quad was like this, the other quad was like double the size. And I'm saying, okay, I didn't realize that. I'm still doing everything I can. You know, I'm doing the training, pre-season training before I go into pre-season. He's like, "Nah, you got to stop." I'm saying, what do you mean I got to stop? He's like, "Jan, look at the other leg compared to the other leg." So when he took a picture and you see the muscles and you see when I tense both, the left leg, which wasn't the injured leg, is just massive. It's big, you know, compared to the other one, where the other one is like, I don't know, mad thing. But
so what are you saying, Jan? Are you saying that basically like the care or the medical advice that you were given at Everton Finch Farm wasn't up to the professional athlete standard, basically?
Well, what I'm saying is, bro, man got the wrong thing. So man's not got something to cater for me. You know what I mean? Man's not got something that's
the wrong program,
me
generic,
in that time
basically.
there. Yeah, so I get that, no problem. Then it goes to the physio, my own physio, who I still use to today, looks at that and the program, it's not got anything reflect. It's not. You wouldn't think I'd done an injury. You know what I mean? If I did do an injury, it's fine. But because man's had that big injury and I've been out for a year and a bit, it don't mean because I've come back and played, man's all right now.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? It was almost like, yeah, he's all right now. Where today, for example, let's say Van Dijk's done that injury, yeah, not in a bad way. Every man's acting like man's died or something and come back. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Man's had that injury, the same injury, blood. It's almost like, no, he has to come back, you know? Or, he's not quite there yet. Oh, the other man said, yeah, it's going to take some time. Bro, man's not getting none of that leeway. None. I'm not getting none of that leeway. And I've clocked it. I said, nah, it's mad. Maybe it's because the way I think as well. Because where I'm not saying, actually, it's going to take time. I'm not saying none of these things. I'm just saying, actually, yeah, I'm there.
So is that like non-league mentality that you develop coming up through the leagues where you think,
what I'm trying to say.
I take my licks, I move.
Next man that I know, you know, Frenchman, whoever it is, from there saying, yo, man taking a back seat for a little bit. I'm not ready. So, man, when they feel something, can't do it. But where man's come up from the non-league and stuff, man's just going through the motions.
Well, so yeah, do you think that was almost detrimental to yourself?
100% detriment to myself. And it's almost like it's been used, I feel like that's been used against man, you know what I mean? Because obviously I've been judged off that.
Yeah.
Because that's the last time I would have played for Everton.
So, Jan, how was your relationship with Marco Silva, the manager at the time? Because
bro, to be honest, man didn't even have a relationship like that, bro.
Yeah, I've spoken to people close to the club and they say, you know, Marco Silva, the minute he falls out with a player, that's it, and you can't get back.
No, it wasn't no falling out with Marco. What happened was, going back to it, I come back pre-season, and I've told one of the physio, I've gone, yo, my physio's messaged that the main physio and go, Yannick can't complete a pre-season. You know what I mean? So that's 2 weeks prior to going into pre-season. Going into pre-season now, I'm thinking, yeah, the physio knows, you know. He spoke to my physio, medical advice, you know, because I'm not that expert. So I'm listening to it from medical point of view. I'm leaving it to them. So I'm thinking, I'm going in first day of pre-season, yeah, the new gaffer is in now. And he's gonna basically go, we know about your condition or this and that. You can't do the pre-season, yeah, because obviously I have to get my leg to a certain level. Let's say, for example, the easiest way to break it down is this leg, left leg is jumping 18 inches, right leg is jumping 9. Bro,
so there's an imbalance.
The imbalance is mad. The imbalance is mad. Man had to get it to at least minimum 15 before man can do a full pre-season. It's simple things. But obviously, I'm not seeing all of this until my physios come in and looked at man, and then man's doing the jump test, and I'm going, wow, I can't jump off that leg properly, you know? So I can move the ball and do all of that malarkey, but to jump off, which means anytime I need to change direction, blood, instead of me changing direction, like coming out of it, going bam, bam, out, I'm going bam, pausing, then coming out. Bro, in the Premier League, fam, do that, fam, you get left.
No, I hate you, Yannick, man.
You know what I mean? Spending too long on the ground and stuff, but you get gone. Man are ducking you out with one turn.
So basically, you're saying the aftercare from your injury wasn't sufficient, because obviously now, as you're mentioning, Van Dijk's going through the same problem. You know, meniscus,
ACL. There's Chamberlain and that. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying it in a big time way, but man's come back from injury. Yeah, big ass injury, and I ain't done no. Even with my leg weak like that, I ain't done no calf, no hamstring and that. So it's a detriment to myself back in the day, what I've been doing, you know what I mean, and how I brought up. But also, it's also been a detriment on the other way, because I haven't looked at it as in like, actually, yo, I'm not ready, you know. But I'm saying, nah, I'm all right in my head. Okay, so going back into pre-season now, Going back to pre-season. The first day, I do double session. Second day, another double session. Third day, I said, nah. I had to go to the gaffer because my knee was blowing up. You know what I mean? Just kept bruising up. And it's the same thing that I was doing during the season, last season, where man's having to get it down, do all sorts of treatment to try and get it down. Well, that's already draining. Without even realizing, that's draining me out. Because I'm having to stay 9 to 6 at the training ground just to try and train the next day, or just to try and play.
Yeah, and I even heard some reports that you were literally getting told to come in at some obscene times, like before any other staff. They were telling you to be the first in the gate. Was that true?
Nah, not like that. Not like
what,
that.
6 a.m. starts and that, or?
No. If anyone's gonna orchestrate them kind of things, there, I'll do that myself, kind of thing. You know what I mean? If I'm trying to get back to where I was, you got to do them things there. You know what I mean? But no. So I go to the manager and I say, obviously Marco's new. You know, even with my one leg, man, still doing one quad or whatever. Man, still doing my thing. Twisting up, man. But, yeah, that thing there comes natural, you know.
I remember one time you made Dejan Lovren break dance, man. It was
bro.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. When I come up against them, man, I always thought, yeah, man's got them. You know what I mean? It was just a thing, innit? Some players, you feel like that all the time.
So what's the mindset when you're taking on defenders? Like, what do you feel? Do you think, okay, you know what, I've got your number, or no matter what, I'm beating you? Like, what do you think?
You know what? For me, the way I look at it is obviously the first minute, there's not many men that want to sprint straight away. There's not many man. So in that warm-up, man's getting ready to sprint the first minute. I don't care if the ball goes out of play. It's just to let man know, hey, today, yeah, this is the type of day it is.
No, that's correct.
But then when man's come back from injury, fam, I'm getting it the opposite way. Fullbacks are saying, yo, they're running me that way first. And they say, yo, today, this is your type of day. You know what I mean? It just depends, innit? But, you know, that's what I normally do anyways. You know what I mean? Whatever happened, I didn't care if the ball went out. First minute, man need to see what man's saying on the hamstrings. Man need to test it out quickly. Yeah? And if you go past him on the first time, bro, telling you, it becomes a long day for them.
Yeah, so how do you figure out the skills as well? Because you play with every part of your body. You touch the ground, you do Harlem shit, you do everything, bro.
That's just the thing where I've grown up with. You know, obviously playing in the park with 40, 50 man in their estate. When you look out your window and you see bare man just playing, and it's like, yo, hey, everyone's out. World Cup, yeah, man, it come like a siren. Man, I say, yo, World Cup. Everyone's coming from the houses down into the park. You know what I mean? The park was like in the middle. World Cup, 50 man, you're trying to get through, but bro, when man are saying, oh yeah, he don't know what he's doing. What do you mean I don't know what I'm doing, bro? My whole development is been playing with 50 man in the park where man's got to turn left, right in an instant.
Yeah, and I want to go back to that because we see so many players, especially in my opinion, black footballers, they say, you know what, he doesn't know what he's going to do. Do you think that's almost like a generic stereotype that the media
I honestly think it's not like he's not, bro, the way I look at it is that I'm not a robot. So I'm not going to say, yo, I'm lining up and I'm going to do this and that. Nah, man's worked off instinct all the time. So, okay, they might say, I don't know if they mean it like that when they say they don't know what they're going to do. But then they need to go in their states and really look what's really going on. When you're playing with 50 man and it's one ball and you're trying to go through, blood, and you need to turn left and right because people are coming from all sorts of angles, bro. It's how you keep control. So when I see someone, automatically my body just does bam, something. You know what I mean? Just bam.
Yeah.
Because man are coming from left and right, you just do bam. And that's just the way it was growing up, you know. So I've been doing that. I have no academy, so imagine that's what I've been doing, you know. So man, I've been learning about the numbers and the goals and assists. Well, man's been learning just to dodge man from left to right.
I love your style of play, bro. Like, but as you've gone up the levels, have you found that maybe coaches have maybe tried to coach that instinct out of you? Because some people say, oh, this type of play, it's a gimmick. He doesn't get the end product, stuff like that. So have you ever found through your career there's been a coach that has tried to maybe put you in a regimented system?
No, to be honest, the way I look at it is like, I'm always willing to learn. So I don't feel like I'm fully boxed in, even if they did put me in a regiment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's only when I was like, I don't know, 27, when I started thinking really about statistics and that. I remember Punch and Jerome Thomas come Palace, yeah, and they said to me, Jason Punch, obviously, and he goes to me, yo, the stats are important, and I'm there thinking, what are you talking about stats? No one cares about stats, bro. Bro, that just shows you like my development wasn't obviously missing the academy part of football. Yeah. You don't recognize, you know what I mean? It's only when man started really drilling it in, and like when like Pardew came, and he was like, yo, you kind of need to score and more productive, you know what I mean? More goal involvement. Then you start looking at it a different way.
So Jan, as a traditional winger, let's say you're playing well, you're beating man, you're twisting man up, you're, contributing to key moments in the game, but you don't have a goal in 10 games. Does that play on your mind, or you're thinking, nah, I'm doing my thing?
I'm not gonna lie, at those times there at Palace, no, it wasn't. It wasn't, because my reception, like when I grew up, yeah, and when I was playing, basically, the reason why I wanted to become a footballer was, number one, I know nothing about the money and all of that, the money and all of that involved. For me, it was a case of I used to play on gravel and them kind of pitches. I want to play on a nice pitch. That's why I wanted to make it. It was because of that. And obviously, when you're watching the fans like buzz off the players, the Henry, the Ronaldinhos, the R9, when the fans are going mad, that's the reason. Zizou, that's why I wanted to play the Nedveds. That's why I wanted to play. And those guys, obviously, don't get me wrong, some of them guys, they got high stats in that. But a lot of the times I wasn't looking at it. I was just looking at what they do and how they entertain the crowd and that. So when I'm getting love from, like, let's say the Palace fans when I was playing and stuff, for me, that was enough. To get what I mean? Yeah. So I'm not thinking anything else. I wasn't thinking anything else. Yeah, but there was other men that was feeding off and scoring the goals and that, but I wasn't thinking, damn, you know what I mean? The first Premier League season, that man didn't even score a goal.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's mad. I didn't score a goal in the first.
So you're just playing for the love of the game. You just.
I was playing basically, and and then obviously, you start realizing actually, yo, it's different. You can earn more money. You can earn this and that. There's more thing that comes with it, And then, but I'm still happy the way I am. You know what I mean? Because all of that stuff there has kept me level-headed and stuff. So, and I just can go and live normal. Rather than man's used to all of this extravagant lifestyle or this malarkey business and that. Nah, man's easy. You know what I mean? Because of my upbringing and the way I've come up, and it's fine. I'm happy with that. Yeah,
you seem like one of those relatable footballers. I always see you out in the community, coaching kids, giving back. Like, where does that stem from? Like, you're always happy. When I see you playing football, you got a smile on your face. Some footballers, like when you see them, they look like tense, caged in.
Jan is like one of the only players, Dej, that if he scores against the team you support, you're still not pissed off.
Yeah, you don't mind. Like, we're Liverpool fans, and obviously some of the stuff you used to do to us, like, we're thinking, come on, man. Yannick, man, this guy's going to put in work.
Yeah. No, what's it called? So, no, it's just the way I was, like me and my friend, we used to like hop over fences and make up our own drills and stuff. So, like, I've always been a kind of a fan of that, like making up my own stuff and coming up with these little things. That's why, like, for me, the lockdown kind of went quick because I was making up my own stuff. Anyways, it's what I'm used to. And I enjoy doing my own stuff, if you know what I mean, like alone. But then there comes a point as well where you need bodies and you need the professional training and stuff like that. So, yeah, man. I've always been, like a fan of like coaching and stuff like that. And I wouldn't want to say I want to be coaching at the highest level, whatever, but, to develop kids like in an unorthodox way, I don't mind, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking outside the box all the time. I'm not thinking, no, this is the way it's got to be. Because football's changed now, innit? So much things going on.
Yeah, like you were speaking about Palace under Pardew, Punch.
Yeah.
Like, I want to speak about one of your old teammates and good friends, Wilfried Zaha. He's someone that gets linked with the big boys, the Tottenhams, Arsenal, Chelsea's, Liverpool's. Like, obviously, he's 28 now. Some people might say that shit might have sold. But do you think he's got the ability to play for like a Champions League
But
team
I
week
don't.
in, week
Why
out?
do people think the ship sailed at 28? Like,
You know, that's just the general consensus. You know, with COVID, people are saying that, you know, clubs have to watch their pounds, pence, and shillings.
Yeah.
Clubs are pleading poverty. So, like, that's why people are...
Nah, man. Wilf obviously is a top player, but from the day one that man saw him, you know, like that was a drive for myself as well. You know, having Wilf on the other wing doing bits. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do bits as well on this side. Yeah, you know what I mean? Is that playing with a friend in the park? Okay, you going down that side? Yeah, is that you? All right, give me the ball. I'm gonna do something as well. And that's just the way it was. And it became like that in training, you know. But then, yeah, when I started playing up front, it was just a natural link up. Nothing was forced. I wasn't out there with Wilf on the training band and say, yeah, I'm gonna do this in the game and you're gonna do that. Everything just came natural. That's why, man, Wilf, I got too much time for that guy, man. That guy's my guy, man. And I'm saying, yo, no, there's no shit for him that's sailed, bro. Because right now, I feel like some teams need the experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, there's good that the young players are coming through, but right now there's a lot of young men, so you still need that experience. And if you're looking at that experience, he's at the right age. 28,
Yeah,
perfect.
28.
Perfect. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Palace fans might not like me saying that, but that's the truth. You know what I mean?
So what, Percy, do you still think he's going to get his move?
But listen, I don't know. He's touching go, but look at the way he's performing this season. You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
got a point to prove, it seems.
teams need that type of player.
So
You know, you don't get them every day.
In training, who used to twist up more, man? I've always wanted to ask you this.
Wilf was a twiners, like. Yeah, Wilf can twist. Because obviously, I twist, man, but I was more about, yo, today, it's a weights sesh. So, man coming towards me, body to body, shoulders coming out, everything. You know what I mean? So, like, I would say Wilf was the more kind of twiners, twisting up, man, nutmegging, man. And that I would twist up, man, but I was more body in the way, move, man. You know, like power play.
Yeah.
You know, like that was me. You know what I mean?
No, definitely. You spoke about, youngsters earlier, and one youngster that I actually wanted to put to you, because you've been very vocal about him on Twitter, is the Arsenal youngster following Balogun.
Yeah.
What's made you be impressed by him as a player?
No, to be fair, man's an Arsenal supporter, isn't it? Like, man's an Arsenal with JVC, you know what I mean? When man seen Vieira and Henry lifting up the cup, Invincibles back, come on. That's me, bro.
So
no, obviously, Balogun, yeah, man, he's got ability in it. You can see that man's got an eye for goal as well. And obviously, in the youth team level, like what man sees in it, man watches these players. So when they're coming through and that, it's not a surprise, you know? Because now I think the players are getting confident now because they're seeing their friends come through on other teams that they against over youth teams. So they're thinking, yo, first team, man, can do my thing. And that's what's happening. And this is the new gen. Yeah, with Florian, he's got talent, man. He's got ability, bro.
So Yannick, like if we talk about the here and now with Everton, obviously doing very, very well in the league. You know, a few players have caught the attention. Obviously, James Rodriguez. I saw your Twitter post say, just finished a duppy session. Like,
bro, listen.
Yeah, what happened in that session, man? Let us know.
Listen, when you're in the winning team and you're doing bits, bro, listen, you're happy, innit? Obviously, in training, obviously, for me, like, I know I've been doing my thing, like, so, and when you got other man telling you, yeah, you're looking sharp, or other man's, yo, you're looking ready, physios, that, yo, listen, I don't know, and I don't know what else I can do, to convince people that man is good enough to at least be in the 25.
Are you frustrated by your current situation?
Well, it's a bit of frustration, but then at the same time, I'm saying, yo, this stems from 2-3 years ago. It's not now. It's not now. I'm in the best shape that I was. Every time I've come back to pre-season, man's been dashed in 23s.
So, but Carlo Ancelotti, he seems to be like a dignified man. Have you sort of had a conversation with him to say, like, boss, like, what do I have to do to...
He rates the ability, but it looks like there's no space, blood. I don't know. Sometimes the thing turns, innit?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about it's the business standpoint. What man's 31 years old? I don't know. You know what I mean? There's other man that are on 3-4 year deals. Like that's just the way football works. Nature of the beast. But the way man will try and flex it out there is, nah, he's not ready. He's not good enough. Bro, just tell the truth, innit? I'm easy. Man, say the truth. I'm fine. Don't say he's the ability in that because, bro, man, strip off the training cameras, man, and start showing what man's doing, blood. It's not a problem. You know what I mean? Because I'm backing myself and I know. If I was chatting shit, bro, I won't be on here. I won't say nothing. I say, yo, bro, just missed that out, bro. Like, let's not talk about it. Let's talk about something else. But I know it's not down to ability. So, you know, I don't know what kind of cloth man's being wiped with, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? This is part of football, bro. So for me, I'm not losing no sleep. My peace of mind is I know what I've been doing.
You're giving it your all.
You know what I mean? I'm giving it my all. That's what I mean. I'm going to sleep. I'm saying, yo, I've given it my all. I've done this. I've done this. Every box that man can tick right now, I've ticked off. On the field, off the field, whatever. Being professional, I've done it. It's just not happening, unfortunately. But that's football.
Yeah, you seem like a very sincere guy. Like I've seen your tweets. You're praising they did in other 25s that tweet out, and people are sort of saying, yeah, this is cheeky, they're being cynical. But with you, it's coming from the heart. Yeah,
no, obviously, man support the boys. Man get on with all of them. Innit? There's not, it's not them that's done me dirty, but if anything, them man are the one that give man confidence.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because they're the one telling me, like, they don't need to waste their time and tell me, oh yeah, bro, you're looking sharp or you're looking good. They don't need to tell me that. Football's a competitive game, blood. You know what I mean? Yeah. Really and truly, I've been in places where man know that you're doing the thing, but they don't say nothing. They just say, "Oh, man don't want to give him no extra confidence." You know what I mean? But with man, where my character is, man's kind of open. Oh, man ain't seen man for a while. You know, training with the first team. You know, this is first time in 3 years. So, you know, for them to be telling man, yeah, you're looking sharp and that. Bro, for me. Okay, cool. I don't need the ratings anyways because I know where I'm at and I know the work that I put in the background. So, but it's good to hear. It's good to hear still.
Yeah, so like if we talk about, you know, the current Everton that we're seeing, obviously James Rodriguez, DCL, like his rise has come as a shock to many, you know. He came from Sheffield United, like he was playing here and there. People were sort of questioning, is this guy going to be a bona fide Premier League striker? But this season, he's put all that talk to bed. He's been, as you mentioned, been dumping, man.
Bro, man was chatting with DC at the start, and I was like, bro, you know what's on in it, you know what I mean? Because obviously last season he scored a good amount of goals, but he's already equaled it. But to be fair, man's not surprised, bro. You know, the guy's an animal, blood. You know, the guy's an animal. He's
a joke.
You know what I mean? Like the
physical
leap,
specimen,
the leap, you know, and all of them kind of things. There, it's different, but man seen that in training. You know what I mean? When I was training and stuff, you know, obviously no one didn't really know DCL like that. But bro, I'm not surprised, bro. When all of these men are coming in and that for DCL, bro, that was him rubbing his hands saying, yeah, all right, man's gonna show that man's better than this man. And you know, I like a man like that. You know what I mean? A man like that, he spits bars as well, by the way.
What's that? We got 8 ball for 8 ball with him in the changing room here.
Yeah, bro. Listen, he spits bars. So yeah, DCL, like, yeah, that's one of my guys. You know what I mean? Man keeps it normal, you know, till today. You know, even when he's flying. So man's respecting that, and I like that.
Humble.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't like. I'm not really in a man that when they're not flying, they're down like that. Then when they're flying, it's all like this. Nah, man's keeping the same level. And man respect that. You know what I mean? So man's happy for a man like that, really, that does his thing.
No, man, and that's all the time. That's all the time. Love you as well, bro, man. Just keep it humble and keep it real all the time, man. But I just want to talk about the current playing stuff at the moment. And obviously, there was a big summer bringing in, you know, Abdallah Doucouré from Watford.
Yeah,
one of the best, you know, centre midfielders in the Premier League. James Rodriguez.
Yeah, proper player.
And Alan. What sort of impact have they had on that first team? Has it taken the team from, all right, yeah, well, good team, but now we can challenge for Champions League?
they've brought in some real confidence, to be honest, you know. Like James come in, bro. You saw the quality straight away. Yeah,
what's he like? Break it down to us.
This brother's Real Madrid still. You know what I mean? You know, like the thread through passes, the touch, the shot, like, you know, it was different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saying, right, a man's playing with him, yeah. Peak. Man's gone, man's on my bike. On my bike. Man's isolated, man, 1v1, and I'm getting the ball. Yeah. That's the type of man. But, you know, that's the type of man that you're saying, wow. Plays number 10, probably the best 10 in the Premier League. Obviously, he's been playing off the wing. Plays number 10 is probably the best 10, I would say. Because obviously, don't get me wrong, my guy Bruno's hard as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My guy Bruno's hard as well. Fernandes is hard, you know what I mean? But, bro, like the thread through passes and that, like,
wait, yeah,
sure. I say, nah, it's different. It's different.
Put a master different. Like,
that's what I say. It's different. But man, they're probably when they see James on the ball, yeah, man are rubbing their hands and saying, yeah, something's coming.
I'm gonna make that run.
I'm making that run, fam, because you know, if you don't pass it to you 3 or 4 times, like 5, 6, 7 times it's coming. Yeah, then the quality is different. Alan obviously is a buster, you know what I mean? Man's getting around, man lets you know he's there, but also can, you know what I mean? He keeps that calmness in the midfield where, you know, he links up the player and then he's passing it out, you know? You need them type of men that are on it, 24s. Obviously, Decore, that's my guy as well, but listen, man's a different engine.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know if you man saw him play yesterday. Blood, animal.
Yeah,
animal.
that performance.
So like, so them 300%, you know, they've been doing their thing. I've seen Godfrey train, but from what I've seen, like he looks hungry. You know what I mean?
So Yala as well, like a lot of people from the outside, again, talk about one of your teammates, Jordan Pickford. People say he's eccentric. Like working with Picky day in, day out, what's he like as a man?
Nah, Pickers is my guy as well, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I get on with all of the man, you know? Like, but Pickers obviously, like, he's calm, bro. Like, obviously,
but you
sometimes,
see him, like
he's a
shouting
big man. He's a normal keeper, you know what I mean? Like one time I jumped in and I bumped into him, yeah? And I couldn't pause myself. He's like, oh, Yannick, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, because obviously he probably didn't want to get injured. Bro, all I would say is all keepers are a bit crazy. If they're not crazy, then something's wrong, like. Honestly, they need to be a bit crazy. For man to start jumping and dashing themselves on the floor and dropping and that, like, you got to be a little bit mad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like, bro, you think like, when man were telling man to go and go back in the day, man is saying, yeah, I'll go and go happily. Nah, bro.
No, mate, don't graze them knees. You're not grazing them knees.
You know what I mean? No.
You know, don't worry.
Because it's calm, bro. He's humble as well. 100%. Obviously, you know, there's certain man that just give off a different persona in the public, or the public might have a different view on him, but what the man them know inside, what I know, nah, it's calm. You know what I mean?
So yeah, you mentioned early on that you haven't trained with Godfrey. So are you saying right now you're not training with the first team, or what's
Right now, man's not been training first team, bro.
So what, are you training by yourself, 23s?
Nah, man's been training with the 23s. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Man's been training with 23s, bro. So, like I said, for me, I don't know, you know what I mean? But if you think, well, man's not a bad egg, you know, man's not done this and that. I know, you know what I mean? It's not, like I said, I wouldn't say personally it's down to the gaffer, because it's been the same position I've been in for the last 3 years.
So is it the powers above? Are you saying it's sort of like the Ken Wrights, the Mashiris, or? I
don't know who it is, but there's been some sort of perception that's been put out there in the club that's basically saying, whatever it does, man, no, not in the bad way. Man, I don't even know how to say. I'm not going to say that. But bro, man want to put on tinted glasses, man, act like they can't see blood.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, that's how it is in football, isn't it? You know what I mean? People
So
want
what
to
do
see
you
what they
think
want
you've
to
been
see.
blackballed at Everton? Like, no matter what you do,
Bro, I
it's
don't
just
care
not.
what anyone tells me, blood. There's something that's been blackballed about, man. Here, man's come back from injury, like I said, and man's been judged after I come back from injury. When you're supposed to be when you're supposed to take about 2 years to get back. So I've gone out on all these loans to basically get the games, come back and prove myself. And I've still not been able to do that. But then the perception is, the manager doesn't think he's good enough. No problem. If he doesn't, that's his opinion. No problem. I respect him. He's a top gaffer. But that's not been the problem. The problem's been before that. So forget what's going on now. It's been before. So what's been said before? Who's been there from before? I don't know. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? I say it how it is. I don't like to beat around the bush and that, because that's not me. I need to stay stuff to get off my chest, bro. Because at the end of the day, I can sit there on Twitter and be explaining myself to 500,000-600,000 people, blood. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You just sound like you're complaining. No, I'm not complaining. I'm still doing my thing. I'm still doing my work. I'm still supporting the team. But just know that something there is not right, and I don't know what it is.
Because I saw a tweet where you said, these men are basically playing like Russian roulette with my career. They're playing games with it.
Oh, bro, listen. At the end of the day, it takes two to tango, innit? You know what I mean? It's not me. I've worked hard to get in the position that I'm in. Yeah, nothing's been given to me on the plate. So if I'm in this position today, it's because I've been working hard throughout. Yeah, when I came to Everton, bro, I didn't come as one of these men that are dropping off somewhere. I came as one of the best players outside the top 6. Yeah?
Yeah, facts.
So for man to start getting all of this malarkey business, and then you have man saying, "Oh, potentially, he's there like sitting on his piece." He's sitting on my piece. Man's never done that, bro. Man's always gone out and played, but if anything, the best thing for me, I wouldn't say the best thing for me career-wise, but if I'm saying financially, if that was looking, the best thing would have been for me to stay at Everton all the way through. So I would have went Aston Villa, I would have went Anderlecht, I would have went Sporting. It would have been best for me to stay here, because that's where man's getting the most bread.
We've spoken a lot about, post-injury, but pre-injury, you and Lukaku were wreaking havoc on defences, bro. I remember a game against Sunderland away. I'll never forget it, live on TV. What you man were doing, man. Then you had that celebration where you pointed to your head like, stand still. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. So talk to us about your relationship with Rom.
Nah, Rom obviously, when I came in and stuff, he was one of the main guys, obviously, and he's the one that pretty much like said, "Yo, come, innit? You know what I mean? It'd be good." So that made me say, "All right, cool, let me go." You know what I mean? And have a decent little challenge. Obviously, it's good to be wanted by Ronald Koeman at that time as well, because he was doing his stuff. But yeah, Rom straight away, it felt like me and Wilf, that connection there. But obviously, I knew like I'm supplying, he's scoring. You know what I mean? If I put that ball in the area,
dangerous, man.
This thing, it was dangerous. But like DC was the same type. Yeah. That area there, you put it in, it's curtains.
Yeah.
Problems. And obviously it's frustrating, isn't it? You know what I mean? But obviously, like I showed it with Rob, and I know that man can do it again. But it's not the platform's not there, unfortunately. No, but it's football, innit? You know what I mean? Man's not disappointed like that. Obviously, it's hard for someone like my ability and stuff to just be chilling and training with nothing to look forward to on a weekend. But it's football, man. Hopefully that might change soon.
No, that's cool. We're going to come to that. But just very quickly, sorry, Dad, I know you want to go, but just your time in Portugal, did you enjoy football again? Just enjoying playing again? How was it? How was the experience at Sporting?
Sporting, I enjoyed the on the field stuff. Off the field stuff, it was a disgrace, man.
Yeah, with the fans, I think fans were coming to
not even with the fans will come. I'm just saying the whole thing off the field, bro. Disgrace. Like I don't.
So what do you mean by that?
Huh?
What
do you mean?
As in disgrace?
Just like the way the business been set up and stuff, you know, it's like it affects you because you come from somewhere where everything, where I went from England, where everything was like normal, you know, professional. You get things done, you know, you get paid on time, you get all of this kind of lucky there, bro.
Okay,
It's like man's chasing man up and that. It's like, yo, man's a big Portuguese club, you know, world renowned around the world and that, and man's having to do all of this, bro. Man's still got ongoing problems still today. Man. So I said, yeah. And then after that, when my loan gets, like, when the lockdown comes in March, Portugal was already in lockdown. So, you know, the only reason why I came back to England is because I needed the equipment at my house to do stuff, you know. And obviously over there, the lockdown was like, yo, you couldn't go into the club, you couldn't do nothing. So I didn't want to be in that same position that man landed 2 years ago, where my leg was one way and the other. So I said, hey, listen, I need a good maintenance I don't need crazy maintenance, but I need certain things there, you know, like on standby. So ended up coming back and it was just like left in limbo. Well, was my loan cut? No. Can I go in Everton? No. So, bro, just everything about that experience, yeah, off the pitch was killing, man. You know what I mean? On the pitch, it was fine, but then it started coming on the pitch slowly.
Okay.
Started coming on the pitch slowly. You know, I can block it out for 3-4 months, but then when it's 5, 6, 7, and you're thinking, nah, it's starting to filter down onto the pitch. So,
and that's fine. We don't see this. We just feel.
That's what I'm saying.
Why is he
you just think, you know what I mean? Nah, to be fair, like I said, on the pitch and stuff, I reckon I did my thing. You know, I was playing a total different role. Like sometimes, bro, man was defending, playing right wing, but this time, what man's got to realise is like, yo, half of them man there that I'm playing with, no, they're trying to be where I'm at in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, bro, the way football works, unfortunately, is like, so I might be doing stuff, but no one care. Everyone just was after numbers, you know? But it is what it is. I enjoyed my time there, man. Like, on the pitch, I would say, you know, fans relationship, good. But off the pitch stuff, professionalism and that, nah, it wasn't for me, you know. It was a bit of a kick in the teeth on that, you know.
Yala, talking about numbers, you know, Bruno Fernandes, he's come to Manchester United. He's been racking in them goals, racking in them assists. Like, you've obviously played with him.
Bruno, so you start realizing, wow. Yeah, that's when I started realizing it's a new generation. When I see Bruno, I said, yeah, nah, this generation of footballers think different. Different. Numbers, what? Bro.
What, padding them stats?
Bro, listen, forget it, you know what I mean? The new gen is different. You can't do nothing for a game, yeah? And you might get an assist. That man won't look on a piece of paper. They won't watch the game and say, yeah, he had a decent game. Yeah, that's the way it is. It's mad. But man can't fault it, you know what I mean? That's the way them man are being built up. So fair play, you know what I mean? I'm talking to my little youth now. But he's telling me numbers. I'm saying, yeah, the game is different. Ronaldo and Messi, yeah, they've killed the natural wingers, blood. Yeah. They killed the old school wingers. Yeah, I'll get my 7 crosses in and I'm done with my team. Bro, it's not that no more, you know. Man have to score off them crosses, bro.
No, so...
But no, Bruno, yeah. Bruno's hard.
Yeah.
Bruno's hard. Hard. You know, when he's come, I was like, yeah, he 100% is doing his thing.
So you said like when Man United were coming,
I didn't think he'd take the penalties as quick as he did. You know what I mean? Because I thought there was a couple of man there. I said, "Whoa, okay, let's see." Boom, man, start bagging them, and the man started doing the jump, and you know. I said, yeah, that's it now. Like that's it for that. But nah, yeah. Bruno, yeah. I got a lot of time for him still. Got a lot of time. He give man some goals. Man gave him some assists as well. Man gave him some penalties over there in Portugal. So it's good. It's good playing with him, man.
Yeah, so obviously you alluded to earlier that, you know, your situation may change.
Yeah.
I'm guessing in the next transfer window, I assume. What kind of project are you looking for?
Well, obviously it's got to be a little bit of a long term, because I think I've done a lot of these short term ones, and you know, if when with these short term ones, a lot of men start just doing if it's not going well, it just becomes a clean sweep. You know what I mean? The basketball clean sweep. Yeah, listen, we're starting again, and then bro, for example, if you're not there the next season, you might get put to a side, because that's just the way business and football runs. You know what I mean? When you know about the clean sweep in basketball, yeah?
Yeah.
So when they sell off one of their big assets, yeah, they just go, okay, we're starting again, kind of.
Oh, yeah,
that's what it was like in that's what it felt like to me, like when Bruno left Sporting.
Okay.
And you could see straight away mentals change, because Bruno set a certain thing there, and he said he wanted to be in certain competitions, and he wanted to be, you know what I mean? But when he kind of left, you can see slowly, actually, the things is changing. They start look like they started preparing for next season, you know? And they're doing well this season. Obviously, there's only, from the team last year, I looked at a photo, Europa League, whoa. I think there's only one man there that's playing.
Wow.
Yeah, so that tells you already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Clean
sweep it is.
They're doing well now, and fair play to them. You know what I mean? They're great for the supporters, you know, because obviously them people that are passionate about their club, you know, and they know that the club last year wasn't in a stable place like that, you know. So I probably came at the wrong time. I don't know. For me, I was looking at it from the outside. I don't know anything.
Yeah. So Yala, a name and a club that came to light in the last transfer was Middlesbrough. You know, Neil Warnock came out and said, Yala and his agent last day, maybe they could have done better to force through, you know, the transfer. What actually happened there? And is Middlesbrough like a viable project that you see yourself going to in the next transfer window?
Well, like I said, it depends on the long term. You know what I mean? Man can't look at the short term. Yeah, the short term is get to the Premier League. But then man only signed for 6 months or whatever. It just becomes a short term again. Do you get what I mean? Obviously, Neil is my guy. You know what I mean? Like, if anyone wanted to go Middlesbrough, it was me. You know, no one else. No one else. I'm the one that got on the phone to him and called him, said, yeah, I'll come. So I've done my part. It takes two to tango. You know what I mean? Why does it always have to be, this brother got to do this? No, I've gone out on these loans already, and I'm still in problems with Sporting till today. You know? No problem. So the club are aware of that. If they really want me out, you don't see me part of the plans. You register 23 when you can register 25. Well, clearly means you don't want to facilitate, man. Okay. Do your thing. Give man everything. Let man go. But no, you got to do this. You got to do this. All right, cool. I still went to sign, because obviously at the end of the day I thought, football in the end. But then it didn't go through. You know what I mean? But saying that, I was in at 2 o'clock that day. The window closed at 5. So if anyone knows that man, half a chance gonna go, bro, they don't have man in at 2, or they have man stay at the training ground. They don't let me leave the training ground to go home and then get a call and go, yeah, and everything happens last minute. Bro, that's when the mistakes happen, bro. And I realized from Sporting, that's when the mistakes happen. You get there, fam, sign. Oh, wow, one problem after another till this day. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've learned my lesson there. And to be honest, I did want to go because I knew the gaffer and I know what the gaffer can do for man. And I know that I was in motion and I was flying because I played pre-season games and I knew what I did this pre-season, you know. So for me, going there to show what I can do was perfect, you know, and obviously help the team because I knew a couple man there, Brit, Trooper, I know a couple man there, Bowler, this man that I know there. So it was a good fit. It was a good fit for man regardless, but if everything ain't right, it doesn't make sense.
So is that desire still there now? So will you still go there in January?
I don't know if it's 100% there now, you know what I mean? Now it's a total different picture, bro, you know what I mean? That was before. It's a total different picture now. Man's got to see, because at the end of the day, man see myself as a Premier League player. You know what I mean? I see myself as a Premier League player. So if there's that chance there to go and play in the Premier League, well, man would have to look at it.
What has there been talks? Has anyone like Premier League clubs maybe like fished out your agent and said, yeah, what's Yannick's situation like? Is it possible we could bring him?
No. Right now, I would say no.
Okay.
Might be later on. I don't know. Might be past the Boxing Day. That's the hope. But man's looking forward to it. Man's gonna see, innit? You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, there's a chance that man can go moves, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't tell the future, but you know, like I said, on my behalf, the things there have to be right. You know, it's not just okay. Pack your bags and jump into this club like I have done the last 3 times.
So how's your fitness at the moment as well? Like, you feel like ready to go? Ready to go?
My fitness is fine, perfectly fine. Now I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? I'm ready to show, actually, yo, they put man in to play, man can probably play. Yeah. You know what I mean? Obviously, the match sharpness is different, which I would experience. But if I'm looking at where I was when I came back after 1 year and where I am today, well, two different people.
No,
so
we
for
can't
me,
wait to see you back playing football again, man.
No, I just want, it'll be good. It'll be good. God willing, it'll be good, man. But
one of the best players.
Respect, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you about your interests outside of football. Everyone always talks about footballers. They play football, go home, come back to training. But I know you've got a lot of interests outside of football as well. You seem very diverse. You like spitting your 8 bars. Is there any like other things outside the football you like?
To be fair, I do like obviously talking about the football and stuff. You know, I do like the, like, for example, you guys' podcast thing when you're doing that. You know, that's good as well. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that kind of stuff. You know, and that's what I do a bit of everything, innit? You know, listening to ZZ Mills, to see her interview people, like so much things, like, you know, like. But for me, I've always been open like that, you know, and you know. So I like the grime. Obviously, I do a bit of business outside, you know, with the properties and stuff, you know. But more time, like, you know, it's like creating my own content and, you know, eventually showing like people like, I don't know, sessions and stuff that I do, you know, to prepare yourself, you know. So whether that's, I don't know, in the gym. And I'm doing a knee rehab program because that's what I've had to get into, and I kind of like it. Or on the pitch, football-wise, moving, you know, opening hips, technical skill drills. Well, I like all of that stuff there.
No, Yannick, it's been a pleasure, bro, man. You're a top guy. Like, this podcast was everything and more, man. Like,
respect, man. I just say how it is, innit? You know what I mean? Like, because the way I look at it is, I'll say it now. What am I going to say after my career? Come on, man. This is now like, it's not just me going through these problems. There's a lot of man, you know. There's a lot of man. I've been fortunate enough where, you know, I put myself in a good position where I can still cope. But bro, there might be men that can't cope.
You know? Especially when we talk about mental health and stuff
and all of that. There might be men that can't cope. They might imagine that's a 19-year-old in the same position that I was in at Sporting, or what's going on off the field, bro. They probably lose their marbles, different country, everything, bro. It's one of those ones where sometimes you got to speak out so that man hear your pain and can relate, and then they might come out, you know, because I think that's where football needs to change, and I think they're trying to do something about that, you know. Like, for example, I don't know, I saw an article yesterday about, you know, managers can't just start bombing players if they don't fancy them. It don't make sense, you know what I mean? Because there's so much managers that come into a club, what, because you don't like him, boom, off you go, mate, go and train with the kids. Why? You know what I mean? Man's not a bad egg. Man's not creating problems in the training room. Man's still training hard. Man's still doing these things. So why should I have to go and train with the kids?
Doesn't make
sense. It's mad.
Those are like the systems and tactics you do when you want to break someone. Like, you're human at the end of the day.
For me, I feel like they tried to break man. They tried to break man. Where they bought man. Okay, man's come back pre-season. Man's come back. Done my thing in pre-season. Done well in the 2 games. but I didn't end up going. So okay, off you go back down. What was the point of bringing me back in the first place? Just leave man where man is. Just tell me, yo, you're staying there. But I don't know. No one don't see that. No one don't talk about that. I don't talk about that because you know what? Sometimes I'm bigger than that. I see myself bigger than that, you know, and you know the way I've come up, my upbringing, the way I've come through the careers and like the levels and stuff, it's taught me a lot. You know what it'd be like if they was getting the treatment that man's getting right now.
Oh, Jan.
But respect, bro.
Love for that, man.
Love, bro.
Guys,
Love you.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, we're going to leave it there. So if you like the episode, please leave a like on YouTube. Subscribe to the Beautiful Game Podcast. Follow our socials, Twitter @podcast_TBG and Instagram @pod_TBG. We're also on Apple and Spotify. Follow us there. And we're going to leave it there. Shout out there.
Respect. Respect.